Might you at any point envision that the finish of our universe may be the start of the next one? Maybe even one that is completely unique in relation to our own? Speculations of the multiverse are the same old thing in the universe of astronomy. However, proof for this hypothesis is arising. The James Webb Space Telescope has quite recently delivered the first picture of another universe. Since the beginning of recorded history, people have turned upward at the stars and considered the sun, the moon, and the stars. For the main people, the sun and the moon were openings in the sky through which light came into a world that these individuals envisioned as a disk. Over centuries, our species has found that we live on a ball that turns and spins around a star, which is likewise a circle along with quite a large number of different stars and planets. We are a little part of an enormous system and an even bigger universe. Despite the fact that we have had powerful telescopes for around 100 years, we still don't know it all about space. Scientists are continually finding more peculiarities in the universe. They track down replies to old questions, yet numerous mysteries remain perplexing right up to the present day. We don't have the foggiest idea who made the universe or why. We didn't know as of not long ago whether the universe has an end or is perpetual. With our best telescopes, we have so far had the option to see around 13.3 billion light-years away. At the point when we look, we are continuously thinking back in time because the light that telescopes like Hubble catch has gone through reality to reach us. We see the picture existing apart from everything else when the light began its excursion to us. This investigation of the past is intriguing. In this manner, analysts had the option to think back nearly to the introduction of the universe, or if nothing else, that is what they thought for quite a while. Then came along James Webb, the new space telescope from NASA, the Canadian Space Office, and the European Space Office (ESA), which began activity in the mid-year of 2022. Even the first pictures from the telescope gave hazardous material that ignited heated conversations among researchers. Today, to be precise, there are 6 systems that should have existed at the dawn of mankind for which there is no logical clarification. Universes like Glass C13 previously existed 250 to 350 million years after the enormous detonation, and that is hypothetically incomprehensible at this moment. There ought to have, as it were, been a couple of stars slowly gathering together to shape whole cosmic systems, and a few billion years would be vital. What does this mean? Presently, is the hypothesis of the enormous detonation wrong? Or is there a totally unique clarification? For sure, there is one we might check out, one more universe. Here, the picture of the world group Max J0647 plus 715 uncovers a stunning perspective of a gathering of universes like valuable diamonds shining in the tremendousness of space. What genuinely energizes researchers about this picture isn't simply its magnificence. However, the realities. A similar district of the universe was at that point imaged 10 years prior by the Hubble Space Telescope. Anyway, the nature of the picture wasn't quite as enlightening, and specifically, the old, what's more, ruddy articles behind the scenes couldn't be decoded. It was just clear that they existed, and that was abnormal enough. The gravitational lensing impact, where little and far-off objects in the foundation are amplified by objects in front, let analysts know that these obscured points of light were old and extremely old. For sure, James Webb then uncovered dazzling new subtleties due to the triple lensing impact. Cosmic systems so old, so brilliant, and thus exceptionally coordinated that our Milky Way appears to be somewhat conventional in comparison. Today, specialists are especially confused by the information on splendor force. If the translations are right, these universes have created multiple times more stars than our universe. Every one of the standards of astronomy bomb right now. It's as if researchers have assembled all cosmological perspectives around an expectation that currently plainly ends up being bogus. This is a shock for the individuals who put stock in the presence of a solitary universe and expected that everything inside this universe could be made sense of with the situations of Einstein's hypothesis of relativity. In the interim, different branches of material science have long hypothesized that it's considerably more possible for us to live in a universe that is only one of numerous, with numerous extra aspects or universes that could exist close by or even inside our own reality. These universes could go against our actual ideas since they have a place with a totally different universe and exist inside a totally unique time structure. One of the first newfound universes was Glass Z12. Systems are normally named after the exploration frameworks through which they are found. Glass represents dreary focal point intensified review from space, and Z12 shows the worth of the redshift. Each examination bunch utilizes marginally various assignments, and giving the red is not required shift worth of a newfound cosmic system. Cosmic systems can likewise get straightforward mathematical assignments. To laypeople, Z12 may sound unremarkable, but cosmologists pause their breathing with this truncation. This worth means the world as of now existed 300 to 400 million years after the enormous detonation. In this way, it's truly old, and as per current cosmological speculations, apparently incomprehensible. The revelation of glass Z12 was at that point celebrated as a sensation in the academic local area, but significantly more antiquated and curious worlds followed. The system competitor CRS 93316 appears to top all the irregularities. This article is so old that it previously existed 250 million years after the huge explosion. Anyway, this object displays another characteristic. Estimations of redshift yielded two exceptionally strange outcomes. At one example, the object showed a redshift of 16.7 Z, showing outrageous age. Then estimations of items nearby CRS 93316 were taken, and in light of those, the universe shone something else entirely. Different redshifts made the universe show up as though it existed in two spots and two times all the while. Researchers playfully allude to this system as Schrödinger's system, roused by the popular quantum physicist Erwin Schrödinger, who showed that at the quantum level at least two realities can exist simultaneously. As per these speculations, it's not just considered common to have two universes, but there are boundlessly numerous in commonly and endless varieties. Researchers attempting to wrestle with these estimation results and realized points of view would in any case like to have confidence in an estimation blunder or indeed, even uncertainty whether these places of light are cosmic systems by any means. While the spectroscopy assessment to affirm the redshift is as yet continuous, further information investigation from James Webb's IR-Chem framework has as of now absolutely dominated out the chance of it being a low-mass star or an unhindered dynamic cosmic center. We should guess that the revelation of CRS 93316 was just the start of what is conceivable. NASA has recommended that the James Webb Space Telescope hypothetically can recognize systems with a redshift more noteworthy than 20. These universes would have existed just 200 million years after the huge explosion, or maybe the telescope is looking much further into aspects of our universe, which may affirm that we have experienced a limit of reality inconsequential to the enormous detonation by any means. As of now in time, we can never again discuss the dawn of history, the universe, or the time after the huge explosion. Rather, we change the wordings and allude to it as the edge of the perceptible universe. There lies one more intriguing wellspring of light, which displays an extremely high redshift esteem in our pictures to demonstrate that 2744Y1 is for sure a universe whose light has voyaged in excess of 13 billion years to contact us. A gathering of specialists has joined the best telescopes in the world. The Spitzer Telescope, Tundra, and Hubble have caught one more picture of this momentous system by gathering information from different frequencies of light and collecting them into one picture. Not just is the age and distance of this cosmic system interesting, but the pace of star development outperforms anything previously considered conceivable in physical science. In spite of being multiple times less than our own Milky Way cosmic system, AEL 2744Y1 produces stars at a rate that is multiple times quicker than that of the Milky Way, which is abnormal for a world in a youthful universe. The recognizable universe right now has a span of 46.1 billion light-years. Past that, there is reasonable significantly more. The better our telescopes become, the further and more nitty-gritty our perceptions can arrive at. James Webb is hypothetically fit for thinking back 13.6 billion years. If the huge explosion happened 13.8 a long time back, there would ultimately be a breaking point to our perceptions. This is on the grounds that a few hundred years after the enormous detonation, the universe would have been totally dim. The principal stars are accepted to have framed solely after 380,000 years. If analysts keep on finding even more seasoned cosmic system GS, it will decisively demonstrate that all past cosmological presumptions were off base. At present, researchers at NASA are acquiring starting encounters with the new telescope, which have previously been bewildering. Anyway, we realize that time generally brings new encounters, and in a couple of years, researchers could possibly extricate even more from the telescope's capacities. Then, maybe we could at last see what genuinely occurred at the supposed start of time. Albeit the hypothesis of the Large Bang appeared to be conceivable for quite a while, there was no proof to help its precision. With the ascent of quantum physical science, it turned out to be considerably more likely that different realities might have existed. As scientists seek after their investigations and look farther and further into the stars, we may find that our universe is only one of many.